Hi everyone. In this video clip, I just want to discuss with you the need for species diversification in India. As far as aquaculture in India is concerned, we all know we have been doing very well next to China. And however, we have serious concern about aquaculture development. So current our production is 14.16 million metric tons, and it is envisaged that we must reach 20 million metric tons in the next 4 or 5 years. And to do that, along with various other aspects, what we need to focus more on is species diversification, or adding more species into aquaculture sector. And as you all know, in freshwater aquaculture, and we are doing only one species. So when we call one species, I mean carps. So though we are doing Indian major carps and exotic carps, so 6 numbers: cutler, rugu, mirgal, silver grass and common carp. And we have been doing this for the last 40-50 years, and we have not done much more than that. And the production is also very low, and as an average it is almost like only 3 tons per hectare, whereas world over most of the countries are producing more than 6 to 8 tons, sometimes 10 tons per hectare also. When you have a good technology, then there is a possibility you can even get even 25 to 45, 50 tons per hectare. So coming to brackish water aquaculture, again we have only one species, that is shrimp, and more specifically it is vanami, and to some extent now we are trying to introduce monodon again. And as far as the marine sector is concerned, our cupboard is, as you all know, it is empty. We don't have even a single species commercially undertaken in our country. So what we have to do actually is we have to constantly work on this species introduction very seriously. We have more than a dozen fisheries research institutes and a number of universities and 40 and odd fisheries colleges who have research programs continuously to undertake on aquaculture and its development, species introduction, hatchery technology and all. Not that we do not have many technologies in our country. For example, in the freshwater side, we have recently introduced the gift tilapia, the improved variety of tilapia, which has been doing very well all over the world, and it is one of the largely exported species in the world. But we haven't, we couldn't do much in gift tilapia. The gift species, not many takers. We call it the marketing is a problem. Similarly, pangasius, we have a couple of species like pangas catfish and striped catfish, and you may be knowing they contribute almost 47 to 50% of the world fish production. Vietnam is producing large quantum of striped catfish, and the striped catfish you all must be knowing, and they can produce almost to the tune of 200 to 400 tons per hectare in 8 to 9 months time. Such a potential species, but we do not find this species in our country. And similarly freshwater prawns, and we have tried a decade back seriously, then now nowhere the hatcheries could be seen. So we have only one species. More than 90% of the aquaculture sector is doing vanami, and this results in serious problems. And of course vanami can be done, but the production or the yield which we are getting is not adequate because we do not have adequate technology. Though we feel like we are doing more scientifically in shrimp farming, if you look at the production or the yield which we are getting in total is coming from the larger area. Every year we are adding more area into the aquaculture sector for shrimp farming. It's not because of any very high-tech aspects we are doing in shrimp aquaculture. So it's time we have to think about all these things, and especially on the marine side, we have to introduce this attractive species, and fed species in the long run can create problems. So many countries have switched over to this kind of extractive species like seaweed and molluscan aquaculture farming. Fore has done a lot of works 4 decades back. Anywhere in the country, the commercial potential of seaweed aquaculture is realized, and we are not doing it, though government has many schemes to promote seaweed farming. So it's time we have to think about introduction of more species like gift tilapia and then pangasius or paku, whatever it may be, in the freshwater side. in brackish water side, we have to add many species, particularly sea bass technology is available, and we can pursue this technology, and commercial potential of this species has been proved many times. But the seed availability is a serious problem. The governments must come forward to develop a lot of hatcheries for sea bass. Similarly for marine, as I have told, seaweeds and mollusks is the future of the world, and India need to focus on it. So I think with these small inputs on species diversification in aquaculture, I expect the scientists, scholars, students, and the policymakers in the country to analyze and to plan certain things seriously to pursue these species so that we can compete in the world to produce more for the food security insurance. Thank you so much.